October, I did something that I'd never done before in my life. I took about 3.5 weeks away from my business, my family, and my dog, and I just jumped in the car and went to South Dakota. Did some pheasant hunting and a lot of soul searching. And I thought I would come back with a lot of ideas, but the most prevalent idea that I came back with, and the most the thing that touched me the most while I was gone is gratitude. And you know, so I need to be so grateful for all the blessings, the many blessings in my life, my family and all of my friends. And you know, today I'm very grateful for Mark Shaberg and Billy Durrell opening up this place for us to have this event. And it's young people like that come up with creative ideas like this that we can all have fun at and be proud of as part of our community. Bold Future was a movement that was started last year. I was asked to be a co-chair of it after it was put together by some ladies that were really concerned about our city. Charles Patton and I were the initial co-chairs of that movement. And as we started having those meetings, it was apparent to me that we needed a vision for this community. And as these meetings progressed, the people that started attending, I could tell that they have a passion for a vision for the future of this community. The first phase of this Bold Future movement was, where are we now? Once those results came back, they were very alarming to me. I've got some bad news and I've got some good news. Bad news is, the results of that survey showed that over the last 10 years, the top 25 cities in this state have grown at a rate of over 18%. We've grown at a rate of 4%. It showed that we have an aging population. Those of us that are over 55 years of age is the fastest demography of this community that's growing. In fact, people under 25 years of age, they're starting to show that we're going to have a decline in that population in the years to come. And also, we're poorer than average in the state. Our per capita income is $5,000, $5,500 a year less than the average of the rest of the state. Bank deposits in the other major cities over the last 10 years have grown at a rate of 160%. Ours has grown at about 40%. To deny or to be in denial that everything's just peachy here, I think, is not right, and I'm concerned. But the good news of that survey is that people are optimistic. Over 60% of the people that were polled felt optimistic about the future of this community. And this room's filled with them today. It's apparent in the passing of the two last bond elections for the school district and for the city that people are willing to invest in the future of this community. But I think the number one thing that's on everybody's mind right now is the economy and jobs. What's going to happen? I was just talking to Jeff Sizemore, and he was talking about how refineries are starting to cut back on a lot of the work out there. So there's a lot of people in Port Industries especially that rely on that progressive spirit of reinvesting that are on the fence right now. We're kind of wondering what's going to happen. You know, in my simple analysis of this market that I've been operating in for over 40 years, I think we have 6 economic drivers that, in my opinion, that are really the vital heartbeat of this economy. We've got the port industries, we've got the military, we have medical, we have small business, we have tourism, and we have the university. It's like we have 6 poles over here, and we're wiggling those plates up on top of them. We need to keep them spinning. And I think we've addressed all of those, but none of those, the tourist end of it, I think, is one that within 6 months after my election, I hope to have a summit that we can really explore how we can take that to another level. And the reason I say that is water is what separates us from the rest of the cities in this state. When you think about Corpus Christi, what's the first thing you think of? You think of water, and you think of the beauty of the water, what we can do, and why people come here. So as I progress, I'm going to start letting more and more of these ideas out here. But the 4 things that I talked about when we announced were restore pride in this community. How do we keep it clean? How do we restore the the first impression of this community in a way that we can all be proud of. We've got 2 blemishes downtown that we're all concerned about. We keep talking about the Coliseum, and on this side we have the old courthouse that's been sitting there. For years people have come to see us and they want to know what's going on. When I'm elected mayor, I'm going to make every effort to work with the county to try to see what we can do to get that courthouse off the table and into some other use. And then the Coliseum, I think they're well underway of maybe coming up with a solution. But those are the kind of things that I think we take pride in our community, and every one of us need to make an effort to start taking care of our own back door, our own front yard, and keeping things clean. The second thing is the young people. It's the young people around here that have inspired me to take this leap of faith, and we need to provide a future for them. Right now, as we speak, there's a young lady, Bobby Gonzalez's sister, who was on the city council in San Antonio, is running for mayor. She grew up here, and her leadership skills obviously are pretty good, but she's in San Antonio running for mayor. Right now, Brewster McCracken, who grew up in Corpus Christi, has been on the city council in Austin, and he's thrown his name in the hat to run for the mayor of Austin. Those are kids that grew up here with leadership skills, obviously, of 2 dynamic cities that have moved north. There's plenty of leaders right here in this community, and they're going to serve us over the years as we move forward. Third thing is customer service, city customer service. How can we make it a more friendly place to do business? Somebody that goes to apply for a building permit or a dog tag, let's treat them with dignity, let's treat them with respect, let's treat them in a way that we respond to their needs. And the fourth thing is unity. We all know the challenges of our community over the years, how we've divided ourselves over different issues. And as I've gone on the campaign trail here for 2 weeks, people are asking me, what was your stand on the beach? What was, I mean, we need to let this stuff go. You know, somebody asked me, well, look for Ray or Miller in 56. And somehow, we just need to let this stuff go and move on down the road. I'm going to close with a story that Bishop said at one of our Friday night prayer services a couple of years ago. Bishop Harmon, he said there was a city one time that just couldn't get along, and everywhere they went, they seemed to just shoot themselves in the foot and wouldn't progress. They decided they were going to say goodbye to that old city. They were going to say goodbye, and they were going to change their ways of doing things. So they actually had a funeral. And up here in front of the church, they had a coffin with the lid of the coffin open, and everybody in the city gathered in the church like we're gathered here today. And single file, one by one, everybody came up and looked into that coffin and said goodbye. And when they looked inside the coffin, there was a mirror there. There was a mirror there that reflected what we need to do. We need to say goodbye to the old way we did things, the old way we didn't get along with people, the old way we didn't get excited about things. And let's have a born-again experience in this community. I'm excited about this race. Once I made that decision, I've had a tremendous amount of peace. The schedule gets tighter every day, and I look forward to meeting more and more people. This is not an easy thing to do. We're less than 60 days away when April 4th rolls around. Everybody needs to do their part to show up. And win, lose, or draw, if we could get 50,000 people, off the charts, all the experts are telling us if you got 30,000 people show up, that'd be great. But if we could get a large turnout, I feel like we would win, and we would also prove to the community that we're all excited about moving forward. I'd like to turn it back over to JJ to kind of wrap this up.
Our next mayor. One of the first things when any of us go around town is how can we help? How can we get involved? How can we be a part of the team? And I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to thank everybody that's been a part of the team so far. A lot of Joe's staff, a lot of people that work for Joe, a lot of folks that have come out and signed crews for the last couple of weeks. Will, all your